Hi, this is Brad, and I want to talk to you about optimizing images for your website. Now, why is that important? If you were to take a photo directly off your camera, even if it's your iPhone, and drop it into a page on your website, somebody viewing that page might have to wait for that image to download, especially if they have a slow connection. Let me give you an example and watch carefully. You see that it took a few seconds for it to appear. Granted, this is a very large image. It's 8 megabytes and it's 4,500 pixels wide. Now, I've resized it for my website down to 1,200 pixels, but I've also optimized it, and you'll see the difference. It's basically instant. So, how do you optimize images for the web? Well, you can have a very expensive exotic program like Photoshop, or you can use an online app that's free. The program I recommend is called Web Resizer, and it's at webresizer.com/resizer. And you'll see 2 sample images when you land on that page. So let's go back to our ski image and optimize it for the web. Got it here on my desktop, and it does take a few seconds to load. You are given a maximum of 10 megabytes. That image, like I mentioned, is 8 megabytes, which is absolutely ginormous for a website. So here on the right, you see the original, shows 8 megabytes, that it's 4,500 pixels wide, and then it just does a sample optimized image of 400 pixels wide, but it's already 99% smaller. So let me give you an example of how we can resize an image and then optimize it. Right now it's set at 400 pixels, it's 38K. Let's say I want it at 600. I'll go ahead and apply the change. It shows it actual size now, 600 pixels, and it's gone up to 76K in size. So the next thing we can do is optimize it, and this removes information from the image to make it a little bit smaller. You'll notice it's set at 80 as a default, but we have found that 60 gives you good quality and considerably smaller images. So if I apply that, you'll see it's dropped down to 48K, and if you were to compare the optimized image with the original, you'd be hard-pressed to find any difference. Now, if you would like to see the difference between some of the other resolutions, you can click this little box here, and it will show you everything from a quality of 90 all the way down to 20. And you'll see banding here in the sky and some modeling around the head and along the legs. So 20 is probably too low. Again, we find that 60 is just fine. There is another tool I would like to show you, and that's the ability to crop your images. So I click my crop button, and I use the marquee to make my selection, and then apply my changes, and now my image has been cropped. So I can size, crop, and optimize. Now there are some other tools here. There's a sharpen feature, which will take a photo that's possibly a little out of focus and sharpen it up for you. Then you've got the ability to adjust your images, exposure, so let's just put in some arbitrary numbers here for the heck of it and see what happens. Apply my changes. And you can see you can get all kinds of crazy effects. And then when you're ready, you can just download your image, and then it's ready to be put up on your website. So using a free tool, webresizer.com, you can size and optimize your images for the web.